'08 was better than '07 was. I mean, I think we all know that. You know, '09 is off to a good start with the return of Kiss and Green. You know, '08 ended well with the return of the Dedication series, love it or hate it. You know what I mean? We did it for the people. I think that you know, clearly, as I've been saying for the last 2 years, you know, mixtape DJ is vital in hip hop. You know, it's far from extinct, far from dead. You know, the game has changed quite somewhat with the climate in the music industry as well as the internet, and you know, the blogs and the forums and the chats in a lot of ways are the quote unquote new mixtapes in a sense, but there's nothing like that cosign, you know, from a DJ who's respected and you know who's known, and you know what I'm saying. So there's always that place for the DJ. The game has really changed, you know what I'm saying. So it's pretty much just about the promotions, and you know I still enjoy, I still have a passion for breaking new artists. You know, I still have a passion for putting projects out. So you know, I do it because you know, I feel as though it's part of my job as a DJ, as a mixtape DJ. You know, I never really think about stop making mixtapes. You know, it's not my quote unquote bread and butter, but it's where I come from. You know, it's where I got my name. It's where I created my fan base from. So, you know, I think it's still important. I think that the record labels had to realize that the consumers aren't done. You know, so I mean, shit, Lil Wayne sold and T.I. sold, and you know, there's still artists that have their brand, have, you know, their fans that, you know, still sell records. And even though albums may not be selling the same, you know, the music is still selling. I mean, just last week, Flo Rida did like 690,000 downloads of his song, you know what I'm saying? So it broke a record, you know what I mean? So it's just different directions of getting the music to people. And I mean, right now, as much as we're in the music business, we're in the content business. You know, you just have to take advantage of, you know, of all the technology and really try to stay on the cusp of things. I think that what I've created with Gangsta Grills has been about quality, has been about consistency. You know, it's been about, you know, good hip hop music. So, you know, I think that's important. You know, I don't think DJ albums should be boxed in like just as rappers aren't boxed in, you know. I mean, it's easy to clearly try to compare everything to a Khaled or a Drama, but you know, I mean, Static Selector dropped a crazy album last year. Matter of fact, he dropped 2 albums already, you know, and you know, he has a different direction, or you know, we tend to forget about, you know, the Jazzy Jeff album, The Magnificent, or the you know, the second album he did, or the Pete Rock that did 2 albums, you know what I mean? A lot of times we're holding the standards up to just the Clue and the Flex or the Drama and Khaled, but you know, there's a lot of DJs over the years, over time, that have put out albums. So you know, I don't think there's one set formula of what a DJ album is supposed to be. You know, I do my thing, and my direction may be different from Static or Khaled, or you know what I'm saying. So you know, I just think, you know, when people get a Gangsta Grill album, they get a Gangsta Grill album for just that Gangsta Grills. I wasn't very good at working regular jobs, so I went to school for radio, TV, film. So I kind of always wanted to get into the film world, you know, on the backside of things like editing and directing and whatnot. But I mean, music has been my love for a long time. So who's to say? A lot of times I work directly with the artists for the most part. Yeah. Now the days of the marketing meetings talking about a Gangsta Grills mixtapes may be over, you know. But I mean, it doesn't affect me. My brand is still what it is, you know what I'm saying. But those days of any mixtapes coming up in marketing meetings for the most part are over. You know, it's gone back to the days of, you know, artists and DJs. I mean, they made me a household name. You know, I went all around the world, you know, in times when I may not have. You know, I mean, I was known, but I was really known, and I will forever be in hip hop history. And you know, it didn't slow me down. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I can't imagine my career without it right now.
Yeah.
But I'm sad that it had to happen on my back. You know, when I was at the top of the game, you know, and it happened on my, I always look at it like, damn, it should happen on my watch. You know what I mean? Like when I was boss, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's a little upsetting, and that's why I always felt it was important for me to keep going, you know, keep making mixtapes, you know, keep repping, being a mixtape DJ, and you know what I mean, just I didn't want it to, I didn't want the game to die on my shoulders. No, I didn't feel backstabbed. I mean, it just, you know, I wasn't looking for anybody to come and save me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was what it was, and you know, what do you do from here? I mean, all the greats, you know, have to show how they handle adversity, and I just looked at it like another challenge in my career and in my life.